This is a combat action ribbon, what I'm pointing to. A lot of posts saying, if you don't have one of these, you're not anything. I want this so bad. I want one of those. And I'm going to tell you, I said the same thing. And I'd give anything to not have this ribbon. Because you deal with a lot of things, consequences of having this ribbon, having all this stuff right here.
None of these ribbons he's ever received mean anything to him. And I'm going to talk about this to you guys because I think there's a lot of cultural shift that's going on within the military that people aren't talking about. But I wanted to listen to this guy's words first before we move on.
So this is a combat action ribbon, what I'm pointing to. You get it if you've seen combat. And a lot of you guys right now have not. There's a lot of people that's in the Marine Corps that haven't seen that, haven't had the opportunity, and God forbid you ever do. I see a lot of posts saying, if you don't have one of these, you're not anything. I want this so bad. I want one of those. And I'm going to tell you, I said the same thing. I came in 1993. Peacetime. Just left the Gulf War, winding down, no big deal. Everything was fun.
Sounds almost like the drawdown of what we've seen since 2021 during the pullout of Afghanistan and things like that. And people are now realizing peacetime military has its own shenanigans, but so does wartime.
We actually did med floats, Westpacks, had fun, got to see the world. And then 9/11 happened. And then I got this. But let me tell you, with all this eye candy, all this fruit salad, all these ribbons, all these medals, comes with a lot of sacrifices. And I'd give anything to not have this ribbon. Because you deal with a lot of things, consequences of having this ribbon, having this.
You know, I've never had a combat action ribbon, but I made a video about it and I gave the utmost respect to everyone that had it. And I got bashed, poke this, poke that. Like, this was when I first started YouTube. And it's crazy because that sentiment is going down as I think people like this are like coming out and be like, hey, like, we're dealing with some stuff, right? And the reality is these pieces of cloth and metal backing that end up in a shadow box or maybe in a drawer or whatever have a lot more weight to them than just what they look like and people giving you public approval or whatever else, which I think is kind of invalid. Like, you have to live with yourself every day more so than you do the approval of everyone else around you.
Having all this stuff right here. It may look good on a uniform. It looks pretty. But in reality, it's pain. It's heartache. Mental anguish. It's years and years of things that you don't quite understand why it's happening to you. Well, I can tell you why. It's all right here. All of this. It's because of this. I look at this and I think, I'm proud. I'm proud. Don't get it twisted. I'm proud to be a Marine. I wish I never had all this. You can joke on me. You can laugh at me. You can say I'm messed up. That is wrong.
I will tell anybody, I'm not going to laugh at you. Dude, you did 20 years. You have 4 campaign ribbons, right? You've got stars on them. That is how many memories, times, holidays, whatever with family gone. Years of your life. And yes, he gets a retirement check and disability, but like at what cost? And I look at a lot of America and a lot of the youth that are joining. I don't think I would have joined if I didn't have the need to have stability in my life. And unfortunately, there's cost benefit analysis, and I thought it was worth the cost. But the reality is, I take words from people like this, and I'm like, thank you for doing that, because for me, that's because I didn't have to go do that. That's the reality for me. And I appreciate people that have done it. And a lot of I'd say the real veterans that are out there are like, it depends where you're at, who orders you to go where. Like, people project a lot of guilt and things on other people because they didn't go do X, Y, or Z. And some people that could be by choice. A lot of people it isn't, unfortunately. But it is the way it is. But he's got more to say.
Or I'm weak. But I've been there. I've done the things that you guys say you want to do, places you want to go. I've seen the things that you don't want to see. I've buried friends. And all this is just something you put on a uniform. It's just another attachment to your uniform. I wish I could go back in time, but you can't. Every time I look at this, it's a reminder of the shit that I've been through. And in my head, it plays over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't stop. I wish you guys would understand that. I did not understand it either. And I hope you never do. I hope you never have to understand it like I do, like a lot of other Marines do. So don't chase the ribbons. It's just an attachment to your uniform. It's just a fruit salad that I never asked for. And I'd give it all to have those people back. I'll get off my soapbox now.
Man, this video was so touching for me. That's why I'm sharing it, to be honest with you guys. It was to the core, because so many people I see value based on what's on your chest. We immediately look at like the trifecta of.
In that 3 seconds, every former, current, active, reserve U.S. military personnel looked down at my chest and deciphered a full story about me. If you read my story and you have a similar story and you're feeling a certain way right now, I want you to reach out. Yes, I'm in the medical field. Yes, mental health is something that I deal with day to day with other military personnel. But I'm also speaking on my behalf. These last 2 days has me feeling a certain way, and I think you are too. So I want to let you know my DMs are open. If you need to chat, I'll give you my phone number. If I need to chat, I'm going to reach out to some people that I look at for mentorship and who can empathize with how we feel. We always preach, I got your six, I got your back, blah, blah, blah. This is the time for that. Everybody stitch or duet this if you feel the same way.
The name tape of which service you're in, what pins you have, what rank you are, what ribbons you have, they all tell a story. Like, I can tell the story of generality what happened with this guy. And people in the comments kind of felt the same way. DD214 writes, young man's dream is an old man's nightmare. And Nate says, hardest S I ever heard was a staff sergeant inspecting a sergeant. And the sergeant had a car. The staff sergeant said he would give anything for a car. The sergeant said, staff sergeant, you can have it. Just give me my dead friends back. And other veterans, such as a Korean War vet, wrote on there as well. And the guy that made this said, mad respect for you. And I find this interesting because I've seen a lot of stuff, because I follow a lot of corpsman things where people are talking about the new generation and how different it looks because people don't have as many options to get ribbons. So I'll give an example here. This was over on Corpsman Up, where you have an E3 corpsman with what looks like to be just the honor graduate boot camp ribbon, but above that is the Fleet Marine Force pin, which is obviously the most coveted for the corpsman community because they serve with Marines, and that's like the big thing, right?
Forgot your ribbon rack. Forgot your pen and your ribbon rack.
It doesn't put anything on.
Yeah, so you can see that other TikTok as well. There's other corpsmen that have their pins but no ribbons as well, and people in the comments are like, this is insanity. And I mention this because the things we held as value are drastically changing in only the past couple years, as you no longer get the National Defense Ribbon that was like the pizza stain, essentially. The Global War on Terror is now like specific people get that. They don't even have a pistol or rifle qualification, which, I mean, if they're Marine Corps units, maybe they could get that. Who knows on their leadership to do that. But, you know, chasing ribbons has never been something I'm about. Never been anything I think a lot of my friends are. If anything, as you move up and you get more, you're just wishing you had less because it doesn't really matter. Like, I get paid the same whether I had all the stacks or I had a little stack. You still get paid what you get paid, right? But just want to put that out there. And what are your thoughts on this shift in culture as we're seeing it shift from like everyone being E3 could have a full stack essentially to like now people have nothing? And what do you guys think that will mean during the peacetime military per se?